Hi there, it's another week and I'm doing a little bit of reading, right? Four posts don't waka. Yes, guys, I am on my fourth post. See, when I started this thing, I had a bit of self-doubt that I would even get to my fourth post. I thought I'll just do the first one and then I'll not do it again. But guys, I'm here and I'm happy and I'm celebrating my little wins. I mean, it's not easy being deliberate with reading, because I have other things that need my attention, my full attention anyways. And yeah, coupling that with actually being deliberate about reading a book can be a bit draining for me, and then some of the mishaps that has happened. But yeah, I'm still here and I will celebrate this. So for posts. Anyways, this week I'm reading an excerpt from The Prince of Monkeys by Nnamdi Ehirim. I hope I got the pronunciation right. I've had this book since last year, the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken, and somehow I didn't get to reading it, majorly because the cover of the book did not appeal to me. Yes, I can be fickle like that. But what actually made me read it was because it was scheduled for a discussion in a literary clubhouse room I had joined. And even though I missed the conversation, I still decided to go ahead to read it. This book is one that I don't know how to explain or describe how it made me feel. Like, there's a lot to unpack there. I mean, it was just a lot for me. It started off slow and then it picked up. And in between it, I felt anger, I felt hope, I felt anguish, and anger again as to how it ended. I know that art is personal, but the author could have just infused a bit of bright spots at the end, but he didn't. Anyways, the book was set in the 90s, and the theme that the author talked about is still relevant now. Enjoy the excerpt. Of all the troubled misadventures of my Nigerian existence, the affair I reflect upon with least enthusiasm is my going to a prison cell. Not my first venture, which was at the age of 8 when I followed the prison support team of my friend's church to evangelize to inmates back in 1983, even though that particular venture was quite uneventful. Not my second venture, which was about 9 years later, the same night I spoke to Anikulakbo. It was my very last venture that was my soul's greatest gloom, the same night I caught a little glimpse of Yisa Adejo. I could not remember leaving Madame Messalina's kitchen, but by the time I awoke, I was out of her house altogether. My head bubbled around in the darkness and it continued even as my eyes opened and struggled to focus. I was seated in the back of a moving pickup truck on a road that had a thick canopy of vegetation on both sides and a cloud of upset dust trailing the vehicle. Someone was with me in the back of the truck, and when I lifted my gaze towards the person, I saw her face, barely visible in the waking sun, Zinat. It had been years since her face appeared to me last, and still the confidence in her smile filled me with hope. The world we had shared was thoroughly different from the world I lived in now. Maybe it was for the best that death, the fleet-footed messenger of God, had couriered her innocent soul from this world of ambition, greed, and the wrath of men. She smiled at me. I tried to reciprocate, but a flood of pain gushed from the corner of my lips to my whole face, and my eyes fluttered shut again.